Boo! Alright. Multi-stream. Should do an audio test. Test. Go to Twitch real quick. Make sure that's going well. Testing 1, 2. Hot potato. I'm a potato. Okay, it's working. Tis a grand thing. Tis very grand. Alright, we'll check the YouTube stream now. Make sure that one's up as well. Let's go to my channel. Go to me. There's live. Testing 1, 2, 3. I should have a, should be doing a live. Oh, watch that. Should be current. This is. Test. So, should be working. There she be. Okay. Let's get some music going. Make it a nice night. Let's see. No copyright. Music comp. Lo-fi. I think I'm feeling some lo-fi. Yeah, we'll go with that for now. All right, and we're off. What's up, Dark Gaster? How are you? We're doing some hauling in Star Citizen. So I've just picked up 6 crates. Well, 6 SUs. It's 4 crates, and we're delivering to the Stanton system. So we'll be jumping through a wormhole. Like Kintu, what's going on, man? Let's see. Back to the maps because I need to get to the Stanton gate. And I'm probably not going to make it in one jump. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. All right. Let's, where's that station I went to? Refueling. Let's see. Asteroid base, no longer active. Starlight service station. That's where we're going to have to go. Not my favorite, but definitely no one attacks. We'll head that way. So we're flying in the raft, the Argo raft. There we go. Don't see it. Oh, we jumped there. Where is it? There we go. Just have to wait for the markers to show up, I guess. Dropping down. Starlight Service Station. So this is a Lawless station. So we're over in the Pyro system. If you're not familiar, there's 3 star systems right now. Nyx, Stanton, and Pyro. The only way to go from one to the other is to use a like a wormhole, basically, like a giant jump gate, which there's some gameplay of getting from one to the other. And then this is a pretty lawless, you know, system. Think like Tortuga, but for like the whole star system. Lots of pirates, lots of thievery, lots of general scariness for a humble merchant. What's up, Laser? Lasercad ... What's going on? And so it's very piratey here. So you got to be careful. So like right now I'm in cruise mode, and if you're on the full screen here, not the portrait, you can see in the top left is my armor for the ship. You can see I don't have any on. Now that I put myself into space combat mode, it's showing the shields around my ship now. So basically, to fly fast and to jump, like do the quantum jumping from one place to another, you have to have your shields down so it can put all the power into your engines. So you gotta kind of pick and choose where you're at, what you're doing, make sure you're making a wise decision before you just go into cruise mode and then all of a sudden your shields are down and somebody can just take a pot shot at you and do some really serious damage if they wanted. So we're gonna come in, we're gonna land at the station, and then ideally we'll get some quantum fuel, a refill. That way we can make the trip all the way to Stanton. Stanton is another star system. We're in Pyro. Specifically, we're at over Bloom, which is Pyro 3. What's up, Andrew Madison? This is Star Citizen. It's been in development for a long time, but they're getting a little more fleshed out, a lot more gameplay than what they've had years past. So. Get a landing pad here. There it is. So we're going to go land, get some quantum fuel, and yeah, hopefully not get hijacked by pirates. That would be ideal. As a matter of fact, I'd really, really, really like it if we didn't. That would make my night. So on the bottom side of this station here. So pop around, avoid the antennae, and then let's find my landing pad here. It's over there. You ever played Star Citizen before? It's it really is a fantastic game. They're starting to get a lot of gameplay loops put in. Like more than just like tier zeros. Like there's reputation, there's blueprints and stuff that you're gonna be attempting to collect so that you can do crafting, which is in the game now. You can't craft everything, but a lot of things you can craft. There's 3 star systems with more on the way. They're massive. I mean, they measure in like gigameters and megameters and whatnot for the distances traveled. So it's quite impressive. There's just a lot to it. So and it's a lot of fun. I mean, if you like space simulation games, if you like flying around spaceships, dogfighting in spaceships, you can land on planets or moons. You can don't close. What are you doing? Open. I don't know why that shut on me. And there's a lot you can do. It's pretty sweet. Alright, pop copy. Let's get this door open. Let me land. Let me get my quantum fuel. We got places to be. We got deliveries to make. Interstellar hauler here. It's not an easy gig. You're causing me grief. And I just smashed my turret there on the ceiling. So this boat, this ship, specifically, I've got underneath, you can see there's some crates just hanging from this, what I got there, underneath here. You can see there's kind of 4 greenish ones kind of in the middle, hanging on the underside of the flat part of the ship here, and then there's this one gray one. Gray one is actually quantum fuel, and I found it, and it didn't have any names on it in the communal fridge, as it were. So it got eaten by me. What am I doing here? Landing services. 2.6K of quantum fuel. Easily use most of that getting to Stanton. I'd say 75% at least. So. Back on out of here. Really like the ship. Like it just looks cool. I said that yesterday when I was streaming too. This is just kind of one of those that kind of fits my like After Earth, like Titan AE kind of fantasy. That's for me with spaceship games. Like that's what I think of is that or Treasure Planet. Growing up watching those movies. They're great movies, but man, the why am I going so slow here? What's the word I'm looking for? The whole like fantasy behind like the different ships and the different jobs that the different ships have. I mean, is just there's just some ships that just really tickle your fancy, and this be one of them for me. I like it a lot. So this planet here, Bloom, which is Pyro 3, is where I got the cargo that I need for this. And so we're going to head to the gateway so we can make that jump into a different system. And we're going to get out of Dodge as fast as we can here, because I have to get my shields down to do this jump. And then we're going to turn them back on pretty much as soon as we get there, just so that we can try not to die. But yes, very, very excited. DrakeCon is coming up, which is the expo for the Drake ships, the Drake Defense Con. I'm a huge Drake or industrial-looking ships fan. I am eagerly awaiting my ironclads. I've got a Kraken. I'm waiting for in game. I've got Cuddy Blue, one of the anniversary one that they did like way back in the day. It's basically the police version or the security version of a Cutlass. It's got like the red and blue lights, and it's got a blue paint job. I'm pretty excited about. Got a Caterpillar. Got a Drake Herald. I've had off and on the Buccaneers. Like I like it, the theory behind it, but it's such a small fighter, and the meta for small fighters for me, I'm just not great at them. So having something that squishy, I'm a terrible dog fighter. It's not something I'm good at, so I'm gonna avoid that like the plague if I can help it. So I don't have the Buccaneer currently, although I'll probably get one back, just so I can have the full Drake family of ships. I've got the Cutter. I've got the Corsair. I think that's all of them that are in game. Said Caterpillar. Very excited about the detachable module, the pilot module for the like the Cat and the Ironclads and all that. I mean, that is going to be a huge like gameplay fantasy loop for me, is having that, you know, you got all your cargo or whatever, but you like detach like the command module of the ship, and you go, you know, sell your wares or whatever, park the semi-trailer as it were, and then go make your money. So pretty exciting. I'm gonna go grab a beer. I recommend you grab a drink as well for yourself, and I will be back here in about 10 seconds. Good thing I don't know how to count to 10. All right. We're getting close. As soon as we get to the Stanton Gateway, we're going to jump through. Put Pyro in our rear view mirror, you know? Make hay while the sun shines. Ideally, I really want to get my rep up. I want to get some of those bigger missions. I've got some pretty big hauling ships that I want to use. Like, not just use because I have them. I mean, I could use a lot of the really big ones and put like the 4 crates on it that I've currently got. But there are some hauling missions where you fill up some like hull C size ships. I mean, hundreds of SCUs of cargo. So I'm excited. I am very excited for that. Getting the shields back up. Yeah, what's up, Yasin Arakwi? Rasin Arak? Apologies for the slaughtering of your name. There's a jump point. So we're going to jump over here. I am just a hair under 50% on my quantum fuel, so hopefully we'll be all right. Ooh. This game's gorgeous. Like nothing will that I've played really beats the scope and the beauty that you get in Star Citizen. It just, I mean, it drastically varies depending on where you're at, but from the ships to the ambiance, the asteroids, the lighting, the locations. As you can see, we've got this sprawling space station down here that's all broken apart, it looks like. There's a space station right there that is a functioning one. It looks like there's one here as well. I mean, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous game. You can't say it doesn't look good. And it takes a pretty hefty computer to play it, you know, 4K. Like, I'm not at 4K, but like max settings. I'm doing kind of a modified, like almost a 3K because I'm in an ultra wide. But even so, beautiful, beautiful game. So we're gonna head on over here, get to the jump gate, and we're gonna jump through. Have you guys seen the jump gates? Have you gone through them yet, or have you seen other streamers, YouTubers go through them? It's really kind of a neat, instead of just like a click a button and you like jump through it and it flies you there, you actually have to navigate through the wormhole as you're flying. And there's a mechanic where like it'll be kind of in the wormhole, it'll be kind of the colors like here where it's kind of these tans and yellows and browns and reds. like for the first half of the wormhole, and then you'll see a change as you kind of hit the halfway point of Stanton's colors, which are a little more blues and greens and a little more earthy tones. And with the gameplay, if you don't fly your ship and keep it at least centered in the wormhole, if you're like bouncing off the walls of it or hitting like there's like these big like I don't know like stalagmite things hanging around in it like you're going through a cave, massive cave, and you hit those whichever half like whichever 50% you're on. It can damage you, it can cause some other problems, but there's a fair chance that it will also pitch you out. Like if you're on like the pyro side when you're doing it and you keep hitting the walls or whatever, it'll spit you out somewhere just random in pyro. And you'll have to fly all the way back to where you're at, back to the gate, so that you can do this again. So it's not overly difficult, but at the same time, it's just kind of an added thing. Or instead of just like, you know, with the regular quantum leaping, you just kind of hit a button and eventually you'll be there. But with this, there's some actual gameplay that is a part of it, so it's pretty neat. Wee. It's got like the TSA warning levels right now. The warnings are low. Not a high chance of deathification. Which, with me around, there's always a very high chance of deathification. It's just a given. Let's see if I can get this gate open. Get a little closer. Alright, so the guy in front of me here just sent the gate, opened the gate with his warp drive, or quantum drive. Alright, so we've met the entry requirements. Now we just need to align. Yep. There we go. And it should pull us in. There we go. So the two ships that were kind of in front of us went first, so they're going to be in there. And as we go through, I mean, they're going to be there. So it's not just that's the trail behind one of them. So it's making it hard for me to see. Yeah, it's not just visuals. I actually have to fly this thing. I mean, it's pretty massive in here. That's what she said. But you do not want to do poorly because it, you know, theoretically, like we're on the pyro side still. So if it spat me out somewhere, I'd just be somewhere completely random in pyro, which I don't want. It was difficult. This one's harder than many that I've done. This is very difficult, very tight. Lots of those little stalactite things. I've had some that have been really, you know, excessively easy, which is nice. Okay, I just hit that one, so hopefully I don't do it again. I do not want to be ejected out somewhere random or damaged. So there's a whole lot of like ship components and damaged states and things that you can have. I'm really fighting the wake of the guy in front of me here. There's that exit. Very nice. He made it in front of me, and I made it. That's about all you can ask for. Whew. All right. Get my shields back up. And we're going to go ahead and put on the cruise control. All right. They used another almost 22%-ish of my quantum fuel. So, pretty sure we're going to have to stop somewhere in the near vicinity. Need some more quantum fuel. Go back in. Let's see. Yeah, we can make it to the refueling station, which I'm more comfortable doing. I'll have quite a bit of security. So we are in Stanton, so this is a UEE policed system, so it'll be a lot safer. Pyro's lawless. I mean, that's a good spot to go to get probably some great clips of me getting destroyed, but definitely not something I want to have happen. Especially carrying cargo. I mean, I want to get this cargo, and I want to get it sent to where it needs to go, so I can get paid. We've got 4 SCUs of Sunset Berries and 2 SCUs of Golden Medmon. whatever that is. And we're going to take them to Stanton. Specifically, we're taking them to... Wait. Why am I still in Pyro? I should have known that because it's the Megumi refueling station. Why am I still in Pyro? That's strange. That is not at all what I thought was going to happen. So we'll go back and jump to Stanton again. I am not quite sure what just happened there. That was not a part of the plan. Not at all. Interesting. Not really digging this music. Put on a buddy of mine's music. This is I Had a Lion. Dude's got some fantastic movement. Let's see. Nostalgic covers. All right. Why did it drop me out this far away? Jump this final 18 if it'll let me. I don't think I'm too close. No, alright, that's all it's gonna do. Alright. Flying through some heavy cloud cover. I'm going to slow way down. So, this is new to me. I've not been in a situation like this. I don't know. Okay. Oh, my word. Okay. What a cool station, like hidden in like a space cloud? Like, where are we? What even is this? Other than awesome. Look at that space station. Man, this thing looks like a frickin' ship. Not like giant nacelle, like it's the hangars here, but almost looks like giant nacelle engines. Shield on. That was foolish of me. Was distracted. All right, there's my hangar. So we'll go get ourselves parked here. I don't know if that's new that they added that giant space cloud. I've been here to this station before, the Megumi refuel station, but like. I don't recall there being this, like, giant cloud you had to fly through. It's awesome, don't get me wrong. Alright, let's go land and get some quantum fuel. Not very far from the gateway, so we should be able to get back pretty quick. In. Those headlights off. So we spent like 2.3K on quantum fuel. Now we're spending 4.1K. So we're up to 6,400,000 or 6,400, 6,400. I promise my brain works. All right. We're gonna head back out. Down we go. I love these giant gates. The guys at work, like some of the details in this game, just like continue to. I mean, I've literally been playing this game since 2013, 2014 when it first came out with the like the flight model that you could play. Like, or I was consistently playing and streaming. I mean, way back in the day when it was like just a hangar module, to be honest. Like, you would literally just have your hangars. That's it. That's all you could do. That's all you had. And there's nothing to do. There was the flight. There's the simulator that would allow you to do the dog fighting with only a few of the ships. Man, what was that called? I'm trying to remember what it was called. Like back then, it was like a computer that you'd go touch, and it would like pop you into a arena commander. That's what it is. So, I mean, I've been doing this a long time, and there's simple things like the way those doors open. It looks so good. It did such a great job with so many things in this game. You know, there are other things I wish they'd do better at. Sometimes communication's really rough. Sometimes there's good reasons for it. Other times it's like, yeah, we're leading up to a giant surprise. Come to CitizenCon. It's going to be this huge surprise. And you get there and it's like clouds. And you're like, okay. Not what I thought, but okay. But great game. I do need to drink some water in game. My hydration's low. Once I pop out at the Stanton Gateway here, I'll pull my shields up and I'll hop into, I'll hop out of my seat. Gotta pop your helmet off, but then you can take a drink of a beverage of your choice. I've got a couple in my backpack, so it's like minor survival elements in the game. It's got a heavy foot, a heavy weight into like semi-realism. And there's parts of that I really like. So the whole concept behind like the death of a spaceman. So like in World of Warcraft or No Man's Sky or I'm speculating. I haven't played it in forever. Haven't played what's the other Star game? I can't even think of what it's called. If you die, you respawn, right? And you kind of do that now. But the goal in this game is that eventually you'll have what's called Death of a Spaceman. So this character I made, which is me, my Warpigs Panda character, it will persist until he dies. And the concept originally, I don't know exactly what they're doing now, but the concept was like you make your character, but then you would make your heir, your next of kin, as it were, and that would be the person that. Actually, we're gonna take that. We're just gonna dart over there as fast as we can. And this would be the person that would if your character irreversibly died. So either a massive explosion, you flew into the sun, or you got eaten by a giant space worm, or whatever, something that you couldn't be clone. It's not cloning, I don't think, but you can well, I guess it is. You can kind of put yourself back into your body. If you Like, if I were to die right now in the game and hit backspace, I would respawn back at a regeneration point, which would be like the last hospital that I was at, that I save my regeneration points, or if I have a med bed in my ship. And those would be kind of the save points for me, for my character. And the way the game's going to go is that eventually your character is going to sustain so much damage that it just can't like repair it and bring it back. And there's going to be a point where you're like, hey, you know, Warpix Panda, you've crashed into asteroids and blew yourself up too many times, all of your own probably detriment and accord, but it'll be something where you'll have to have like your heir, like this next guy that you've made inherits your money, your ships, your man, I'm really struggling with this. I'm still working on this coupled thing. It's not intuitive to me. Like, I understand it, I struggle with it. But yeah, so eventually, like, this character will die, and I'll have to use, you know, Warpix Panda Jr. or whatever. And you'll have a character creator, and it'll be like, somehow, you know, like the DNA you use to make your character is kind of how you craft your offspring character. It's not like your kid, I don't think, but so it's a cool concept. What we got there? What ship is that? That's a Corsair. It's a space station. All right. We're gonna roll in here. I like this gateway to open. I'd like to go through it this time, and for real? Wonder if I ran out of quantum fuel. Wonder if it spit me out because I didn't have enough to exit. Get that exterior view. Suck me in. Man, that looks so good. We're gonna start pre-steering here. Really struggled last time. I'm gonna focus. It's like one of the things, like it's good and bad. It's unexpected sometimes. Is that your responsiveness in these wormholes? Like even the larger ships feel very nimble in the way that they kind of move and adjust around these like little stalactite things. So it's just kind of one of those oddities, you know. Who knows what real wormhole space travel's like? But this is kind of a weird. Wow, I can't see. All right, so we've hit the halfway point now. It's going to kind of like the cool blue colors. So we're on the Stanton half. So theoretically, if I poop out on hitting the walls or these like giant like barrier things here that I'm passing through, it'll spit me out in the Stanton side. So. But yeah, it's like even in a giant like a Polaris or something, it's very nimble in these. Yeah, here we go. That's better. Now we're in the right spot. Pyro Gateway. That's where I want to be. I want to be where we're going to Pyro if I go through the gate again. Come on, shields. So you know what? We're just gonna blast away here. Burn some afterburners here. I don't know what that Corsair is gonna do. All right. Let's find out where we need to go. If we need to. There we go. Maps. There we go. Worked that time. We'll drop this stuff off. Man, that's a long flight. We are barely gonna make that. That's gonna use. Oh, I need to. Hold on. Ship's going. I'm gonna pop out of my seat and we'll drink some delicious liquids here. So ship is still moving. Remove my helmet here. I'll give you a good look at my character here. Yeah. There he is, the one, the only Warpix Panda. Got the eagle killing the serpent tattoos, the killer mustache, and the chops on. Sweet fade. All right, here we go. What are we gonna do? Put that in our hand. Drink a beverage. Tank that down. Perfect. Drop that. Drink one more. That up close to 50% or above 50% while we get to Microtech. Yeah, it's well above. All right. And then hunger's not that bad, but we're going to go ahead and pop a burger here. Fill that up. Man, hunger's actually really good. Now we'll drink one more. Back. Let's see, this guy's still got some in it. It does not. All right, we'll throw that there. It's not littering. It's my own ship. What are you talking about? Uh-oh. And finally, another fizzy drink. Because obviously that hydrates me. Must be a sparkling water. Alright, let me put my helmet back on before I decide to go like EVA to go check something on my ship and die. Alright, save my jump point, which is good. Don't know why I stopped. Must be one of the things, if you jump out of the pilot seat, it stops you now. What's up, Insomniac Zach? Hey, I recognize you, man. Long time no see. What's up? You doing all right? That beer was for you. Man, it has been a long time since I've played and streamed. Matter of fact, it's been a long time since I played. Let's just be honest. So, just had a baby, dude. Congratulations. What'd you have? I'm assuming human. Boy, girl. How old? We just had a baby as well. She's 9 months old now. It's flown by, but had a girl. Hey, we did too. Mine's named Katya. It's our youngest. Yeah, mine was a little bit before. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've gamed. I've had about a month and a half, 2 months ago. Finally got a computer, but about 8 months ago, about when my daughter was born, my computer's power supply completely went out. It fried. And in doing so, it took a bunch of the memory and a couple of the hard drives, I think, with it. It did not go gracefully. So, it's been good to be back. It's been good to have a working computer. So, I've got a 5080. I have been busy with work, but a big part of it was I didn't have a computer. Like, I have a laptop from it's like, I think I got it in 2017. It was I think it was a 1070 Ti, this equivalent, like a laptop card. So yeah, it's been crazy. This has been a tough year for us, but we're on the upswing of it as a family, which is great. We've had a lot of stuff pop up that has been a lot of extra that isn't necessary, but is great for character building and growth. And I think we've worked through it very well as a family, but it's not been easy. So we're still in the throes of dealing with it as a whole, but it's definitely looking up. It's looking a lot better. So, but dude, congrats on your girl. Appreciate that. Man, 2 months old. Is this your first? I'm trying to remember. I don't recall if I ever asked, or if I did and you told me. I apologize. Is that your first kid? Yeah? Awesome. So, the first baby girl, man. My oldest is a girl. She is turning 16 this year. And she has got her driver's permit. Where we're at, you can get it at 15 and a half. Or 15, I can't remember. So she was very motivated, went and got her permit, and she's got almost all of her driving hours. And our state, we live in Indiana, they're changing. So it used to be you'd have to be 16 years old in 3 months to get your actual driver's license for whatever reason. But as of June, which is before her birthday, that law is changing, and it's now 16 instead of 16 in 3 months. So, but yeah, she's my baby. Even though she's almost 16 years old, she's 2 years away from being an adult. Man, that's so wild. I don't feel old enough. Like, legitimately, she could, find someone, get married, have kids in 4 years, reasonably. I mean, that's young, but reasonable. So, 4 years from now, I could be a grandfather, which is really, really bizarre, especially since I have a 9-month-old. But yeah. Thank you for thinking that I'm that old. I appreciate that thought. Oh, right in the heart. Oh, stab and twist, right in the back. No, my wife and I, we had our daughter. We were pretty young. We were 21, almost 22 when we had her, I think. So let's see. Hold on, I can math. We were 22. She's turning 16. I'm turning 39. Something like that. I don't know. We're like 22-ish, almost 23. Pretty young. Pretty young to start a family, but I mean, that's what Brittany and I wanted. We just wanted to start a family. We didn't want anything else. Is this going to let me jump to it? Is the real question. Overclock our engines here a little bit. They're almost cooled. It will let me jump. Sweet. Zach, have you ever played Star Citizen? It's like a monolithic space game. It's still in development, but it's about at a spot where it's going to be it's been in alpha status for since 2013, and they're about at the spot, I'd say, in the next year where it's going to be beta. And with beta, it's going to be, my understanding is it's going to be a short, less than a year for the whole beta time frame for the game. And when it does the beta change to that, it's going to be persistent with some huge fleet battle stuff. There's going to be a whole bunch of stuff. In addition to, it's going to be persistent probably from beta onto whatever it goes to, when it releases. So, if you're playing in the beta and it's I've made 18 million UEC, which is the currency, United Earth credits. Then that should persist. Any items, any ships, any upgrades, any guns or quantum drives or shield generators or anything you've bought, installed, whatever, have in your inventories, saved at your base or whatever. All those things will be persistent into the actual full release. So that's supposing nothing's changed. So, but yeah, it's a great game. Like, I really enjoy the solo experience. It's an MMO, so like there's let's see how many people are on right now on this shard. Not so this is not the entirety of the game, but just on this shard. Let's see. Oh, it doesn't tell me the number. Yeah. So like I'm scrolling through here on the right side. Just scroll. That's maybe 150, 200, easy. But yeah, it's kind of a shard status. So like I'm here where I'm at, and the end goal is going to be that the game, like if I'm here, that it's going to localize where I'm at on a server, on a shard essentially. So I'm going to be there. If anybody else comes to that spot, they transfer from their shard to this shard, and all the shards communicate. So I can be on comms or chatting with other people in other shards, but it's just not going to like populate and load all the ships and components and all that stuff. So, resource, theoretically being like resource sensitive, and there's the goal is that there's going to be, I've seen these. It hasn't necessarily worked flawlessly, but like massive fleet battles of people either fighting the AI, like the computers, or the Vanduul, which is like the alien enemy that's in the game, or fighting. That is a 2 Vanguards? What is that? That is a Fat Fury, Mirai Fury. There's a Vanguard and another Vanguard. One of them's got its lights on. Just gave away my position. Not what I wanted. It's foolish of me. So we're going to land here, and we're going to drop off these, basically these crates that I've got. Excuse me, I've got here. Oh, excuse me. We're delivering it. This is going to be a payout of $92,000, basically. It's credits in the game. You're fine. Playing Ark. Have you seen? I've played Ark before, and it's a decent game. I like it. The concept I love. The game itself, I don't have anybody to play with, so it made it less fun for me. I'm a social gamer, but there was a mod that somebody made that was like literal Pokemon, and like you run around, and there's like all the Pokemon, and you what's weird? That is not mine. I will take it though. Oh, it's busted. Man, that would be so sweet if it wasn't. It's like a random like graphical glitch of like a Max Ox or whatever that is. What is that? It's a ship weapon. Is that what is that? Yeah, Max Ox. That'd have been sweet. This game is pretty sweet, man. And it has free fly events, so if you're ever like in the mood, like I want to try it, the website for it is RSI. I'm sorry, not RSI. It's RobertSpaceIndustries.com. Just Google Robert Space Industries, and they have like coming up next week, 2 weeks from now, is Drake Defense Con, which is like a huge ship showcase. Like, think like Ford has a release, like Ford or Chevy or whatever the major manufacturers for cars have like release events for like new cars, like new edition of the Ford Mustang, plus the new Ford whatever F-150, and then look, the F-150 Lightning, and or whatever. So it's that like the ship equivalent of that in game. So that usually has a free fly event during that week or 2 week time frame. Lots of ships that you can just use for free. Buying the game, like to get like a starter ship and the game itself that I'm playing currently, which you can buy most of the ships in game once you get in and play. I think I'd have to look at the website. It's been forever, like $40, $45 maybe. Send those down. Confirm. So we were at 1,700,000. Yep, 1.8 million. So got paid. Sweet. Like it. All right. Yeah, there's a lot of opportunities if you want to play. I do, yeah. It's been a while. I just haven't with WoW. Like I still like WoW, man. It's got such a special place in my heart, but I just don't have the time or the energy to put into playing. Like I spent like a month and a half on the new expansion, and the small amount of time I got to play, it was like I think it was level 74. So I'm still a ways away from max level. So and it's been like 2 months or so since I played. So I have gotten Ben to play. Excuse me. I've gotten him to play Star Citizen before, and I'd like to get him in more. Honestly, like he wants to stream like a lot. And this can be a very successful game for streaming, especially if you have a persistent streamer. Like, if I spent the next 2 months streaming, 4 times a week, consistently, it would not be hard to build a following of people that would follow you on Twitch, and you could be, partnered or whatever. So, just there's a lot of people that want to watch the game. They're not playing it right now because they're waiting for it to be in a more finished state. So there's a lot of people watching it. So good place to get your feet wet. That'd be cool if I could stream for a living. I mean, that'd be awesome. I have a great job I'm doing. You know what I do for a living. And I'm in a good spot in that job, but I'm approaching 20 years. My kids and I, 2 of my kids and I, we just started a lawn care business this year. So hopefully over the next couple of years, it'll like blossom into something makes a lot of money for us, which would be again great. But I would love to stream for a living. That'd be awesome. But yeah, 30 years. It's the dream, man. Be great. But yeah, I mean, I'd do it if it was feasible. The problem with us, like, I'm not vested in my pension until 20 years, which I'll have here in about 2 3/4 years, little over 3 years, and I don't get to draw my pension until I'm 50 years old or 52 years old. It's probably going to change to 50, so it's going to be a minute before I can actually draw that. But you have to stay until you're 55? Oh, to get your full pension. When are you vested at? Is that 20 years or? So, like, for me to max out my pension, like, the most I can get is 34 years of duty. Duty. 20? All right, yeah. So, same thing, yeah. So, it's kind of one of those, if you're in a good spot, stay. Like, for me, if I can, like, reach vested in my pension and I'm making enough money where I can replace my salary, then I'm not necessarily just going to stay with it just to stay with it. So I'm sure no matter what, I'll probably end up being closer to 22 to 25 years, but all right, where are we going now? We're going to jump to, if I have enough quantum fuel. So let's check my rep. Ah, I leveled up. So there's a bounty hunters guild, which is bounty hunting. Citizens for Prosperity, which is a hostile one to me. I think that's like a militant, like a militia group, and then the Headhunters is like a pirate group, and then Ling Family Hauling is the hauling one, obviously, which is what I really like doing in this game. And so apparently I'm a junior. Trainee is when you take the first mission. Rookie, you have to do a couple to get up. So junior is what I just got. So hey, that should open up more contracts, better contracts. Go to the contracts here. So hauling offers. All right, so I've got interstellar hauling, courier. No, it's not what I want. So you got like local hauling. It's like picking up 1 or 2 boxes. It's like being a FedEx driver. Whereas the interstellar hauling, ooh, that's a good one. This is, that's a good one. I don't have enough time tonight to do it. Otherwise, man, I'd love to do this. So this is like the long distance, like cargo hauling, like semi truck driver. Usually it's going between systems. So this one is picking things up here in the Stanton system. So let's go back to the map. I'll show you where we're at. Where am I at? Come on, Mappy. It's not working. Alright. Scrolling out. Scrolling out. Scrolling out. Well, that's not working. I was going to show you. Alright, it's not working. Alright, it's alright. I was going to log off the game anyways. Great game, but honestly, like, just doing that one run, that was legitimately... so I went to one location, picked up in Pyro, which is a different system. I picked up 6 SCU, so SCU is standard cargo units. So that's their unit of measurement. Picked those up and went to, let's see if my map will work. Went to the Stanton Gateway. That's not working. So I was in Pyro, and I had to get to Stanton. So I was in Pyro, went to the Stanton Gateway, and then you have to do that jump through the tunnel. I think you got here right as I was going through that. And that is how you go between like star systems. So I went from one star system to a second one. Something happened where either it didn't work right, or there's a way to fail poorly enough in the quantum jump where it just spits you back out like you suck, try again. And so I had to go back to a refueling station because I was already low on fuel. Like the quantum fuel, which is to do the quantum jumps, and your regular hydrogen fuel is what you use to just like fly around. And so I went to the refueling station, went back to the Stanton Gateway, jumped again through the Stanton Gateway, finally made it to Stanton, then jumped to Microtech, which is a planet in the Stanton system, and dropped off the boxes there. So I was not in a hurry. I was kind of moseying around, running, grabbing a beer, just kind of chilling, talking to chat. It took me from probably about 10:30, 10:45 when I started until now, which is midnight my time. So it was about an hour and a half, going slowly. Like if you if you were really persistent with that same contract I just had, which is only one pickup point, I mean, you could be 45 minutes, probably easy. As far as like the longest travel points in here, let's go. Let's do this. Where is my web browser? Here we go. All right. Can you see that? Yes, you can. All right. Roberts Space Industries. Here he is. So the star map, give you an idea. Explore. Uh-oh. Go take care of that baby, man. I'll probably be off before you get back, but for anybody else that's watching, I got a couple people hanging around. So the star map going. Don't show again. I acknowledge. Explore. Let's go. All right. So here's the star map. So we were, hold on, I will find it. So there's Terra. So this is Earth system. Okay. What just happened? This is weird. That kicked me out. That was strange. Alright. So back to where I was a second ago. We're looking for Pyro. Which got Soul, Terra. Dadgum. This thing does not want to work well for me. Okay, so here's Stanton. So this Stanton. I am not a happy camper right now. All right. That's not what I wanted either. All right. All right. So let's see if I can get this before it goes out on me. So here's Pyro. So I went from, actually when I started tonight, I was in Nyx. I flew from Nyx to Pyro, so a jump gate from here to here. And then this jump gate, so I grabbed the stuff here and flew it all the way to Stanton. So if I'm inside the Stanton system, the two farthest jump point or spots that you can like quantum jump from A to B in Stanton is with your average like hauler quantum drive. I mean, it can be upwards of like a 15-minute, 13 to 15-minute like travel time in between. And there can be, you can't, so there are ships that you can set up like interdiction nets, and you can either pull them out like for legal purposes, like if you're trying to find pirates that are jumping from A to B, and then obviously it's really illegal to pull someone out of quantum drive. But most people use it in a pirating fashion, so they'll set up in between like Stanton, like the gateway to Stanton and like Crusader or something, like one of the planets, and they'll set up a net essentially, and they'll have a couple of their buddies there to try and pull you out of quantum drive, which is cool when it works. And then theoretically, you know, you catch somebody with like a bunch of cargo, you can probably lock them down so that they can't jump. Because one of the drawbacks of jumping is if you are in the mode where you can do the quantum jumping, your shields are down. You're faster, but your shields are completely down, so you're vulnerable. And then if you're doing like a legitimate like you jump, you get pulled out, you drop out, and you like throw so your shields are back on. There's weapons you can use like immobilize ships, like disruption weapons. So they do very, very little damage, but it's essentially like using a taser on someone. Or like locks them up. They can't use their electronics. And you can like, hey, unless you pay me 200,000, we're gonna, pay or we're gonna kill you. So there's a lot of interaction you can do, a lot of cool things that can go with it. So, but anyways, that's gonna be the end of the stream tonight. Zach, good luck with the baby. 2-month-old, super fun. Enjoy the time, man. They get so big so quick. But everyone else who came and hung out, I really appreciate you. We will see you guys on the next stream. Hopefully it'll be tomorrow night. So, but we'll see. Appreciate it. Have a great night.